All right. 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a special edition. Again, I can't keep calling these things quarantine coaching conversations because we're not technically quarantined anymore, but I have an opportunity. Bills Mafia, Bills Nation, you guys are in for a treat because you're going to get a young man that I think is one of the most genuine quality young men out there right now. He's been a grinder since day one. And if you like a blue-collar worker, then a guy like Ike Brown, he's the kind of guy you're going to want on your team. I appreciate you joining me today, man.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on.
Now, a lot of people don't know. We're going to put them on game, though. You know, I know you way back to when, before you were even in high school.
Right.
Back when you were wrecking shop and youth league. Just talk about the competitiveness of the way you came up through the youth circuit back in Tampa.
Oh man, it was tough, man, because you had a lot of guys who are older now who were great athletes when they were younger, man. It was a lot of competition, man. Tampa got so much talent. Sometimes guys just choose the wrong paths, or academics just wasn't always there, and they didn't get that opportunity. But yeah, man, I ended up playing for the South Tampa Titans. It was a pretty good organization, man, but that didn't really help bring that real deal football mentality, that dog mentality out of me, man. It happened when I went to the Lucio Jaguars with Duke Scott and Chauncey Scott, man. Those guys, we created a league, man, and it was just a lot of guys, a lot of talent on that team, man. We even had Malik Davis, the running back from Florida, on that team, Travell Harris, receiver for Washington State. And then we had a lot of other guys, man, who were just some probably no names at the time who didn't really get an opportunity to just extend their careers. But it was just tough, man, going against all those kids who had that same drive, that same passion, who came from the same neighborhood as you. So I think that made me better, and that's a product of what I am today.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then and obviously, the Scotts, those are my cousins. Dirty Red, that's my little cousin up in UF. It's different because the love is different. People show you love, but you have to earn your stripes. It doesn't matter how much somebody likes you as a person.
Right.
Nobody's giving you anything. So when you start for those Jaguars, you know that you got to be one of the best because there's 3, 4, 5 other dudes behind you waiting to take that spot. And a guy like Chauncey Scott, no nonsense, knows his X's and O's, make sure that his young men are achieving in the classroom as well as on the field. Obviously, Duke and what Duke Scott has done is legendary in Hillsborough County. How essentially brought that Jaguars program from the ground up and built it into a national youth power. I mean, it's talked about all around the country. So to come up through those ranks and with those kind of guys, it says a lot about you. You decided to go on to high school and you attended Tech, and that's where I knew you beforehand, but that's where I got a chance to really get to see you. And at that time, you had played a lot of different positions. Tell everybody the positions that you had played, just coming up through the ranks.
Right. So all my life, I was playing quarterback, man. I was a pretty boy, but I always had that leadership mentality, just bringing the guys along, just having great energy and being smart on the football field. So all my life I was playing quarterback, man, until I got to my sophomore year in high school. A lot of position changes, just trying to get a feel for where I would be best fit at to add value to the team. So, they had me at quarterback a little bit. They tried to switch me to receiver, but my hands weren't that great at the time. So they was like, yeah, maybe he can just play defensive back because he's athletic enough. He has the height. And we could put some size on him in the near future. So they ended up putting me at safety. Coach Blake, shout out to Coach Blake. He ended up making that move. Carlos Blake, he ended up making that move. And they ended up putting me at safety, man. And before you know it, I was playing in the secondary with a lot of great guys, man. Shout out to another guy who I played with growing up, Taji Forwood. He was another guy, man, that I was just looking up to. playing a position, just like freshly starting a position. I started that summer when I got switched to DB. Man, I started training with Garnell Wiles, one of my closest friends, Marcello Judge. He ended up introducing me to Coach Wiles because they ended up having a connection back in his early career. So, man, Coach Wiles he helped me at the position, transition. Coach Blake helped me at the position to transition, and with all my other tech coaches, man, it was just all just prior knowledge that they gave, to just help me look the small details that helped me, extend my career to the next level and be able to go to Division I college.
Absolutely, and just so people know, Tajik Fullwood was starting safety at University of South Florida. Marcello Judge started as a freshman up at South Dakota State.
South Dakota State, yeah.
South Dakota State, and was integral in what they were doing up there. Garnell Wiles is a guy that everybody kind of knows around the Hillsborough County area. From what he did in the past, and then his, what he's doing with training young men right now, and so definitely some pedigree. Now I remember seeing you your senior year. We were at a track meet. And you were at the track meet, and I hadn't seen you probably like up close since your sophomore year. My last year coaching at Tech, and you came back, and I remember seeing you a little swole up, a little stocky. I was like, dang, and I could remember you because this was one of those track meets that was like kind of a throwaway track meet. It was like the end of the year track meet before we get ready for so people get a chance to kind of do whatever they want. And I remember you came and you threw shot. You remember that? You threw the shot? And I taught you how to throw the shot like right there on the spot. And I remember you threw the shot for the first time, and you threw the shot better than like some of the dudes had been throwing the shot the entire time. And at that point in time, I went, man, you know what? It's something. It's something inside this young man that's going to be able to do some different things that people aren't really ready for. Because I don't think to that point you had showed the physicality of your game. Right. Everything had been a lot more finesse, and you can mistake. Right. You correct me if I'm wrong. No, but it's been a lot more finesse. Get your hands on the ball, not really getting dirty. But I saw that, I was like, man, that physicality is coming along. And sure enough, you signed the scholarship offer to go to FIU. Went up there and made your presence felt immediately, man. Talk about your time at FIU.
Oh, man, it was a great time, man. I had a great experience at FIU. A lot of coaches changes, man. So that was different, just having to adjust to new systems almost every year. But I'm just grateful that we was able to get Butch Davis after my freshman year, and he came and turned our program around, and we was able to go to 3 consecutive bowl games, back to back to back. So that was a blessing, man, and being around a lot of great guys as well. There are so many guys I can't even name. But yeah, man, like you were saying earlier about like that physicality thing. It was more of a finesse thing because I was getting new to the position. I was a quarterback and I wasn't used to having that contact. So that was another mentality I had to bring to my game, and learn how to tackle because all DBs have to tackle in order, to just make it to the next level. So that was something I had to incorporate in my game. And I had friends telling me, like, you got to get more physical sometimes. Like, maybe it's because you ain't big enough right now, that you ain't mentally thinking that you can hit these people. But you can hit these people, like, everybody, like, you feel me, just chop them low for right now until you get that size to where you're able to go up high on bigger backs and stuff like that. So that was just always in my mind, and I just tried to enforce that in my game. Like, just go out there with some heart, man, and just know, no matter who's on the opposite side, man, when it's time to make a play, it's time to make a play then. So it don't matter what side you is, it's all about that heart.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so it's an interesting thing. Coming up, playing different positions, a lot of people think that can be a disadvantage, but you really use that as an advantage because you understood how a quarterback thinks. You understood how a receiver works in and out of breaks. Just talk to how you were able to use your prior experience playing quarterback and playing receiver to really help you on the field.
I'm going to just start off at quarterback. First off, playing quarterback, you just got to know the whole field. So when I got the defense, it made it easier. When we was in certain coverages on defense, I knew the weakness of the coverage. I knew what certain routes they were trying to get to certain spots in certain coverages. So that just helped me play faster as a DB. Reading route concepts, you see two coming out, one coming in. Just the simple things, man. It just helped you play faster, and you get a better understanding that now that I have done played the position at quarterback to know, oh yeah, he might be looking for this on third down, or he might be knocking his routes down at the sticks or something. Quarterback's gonna be looking for something intermediate. It's just a lot of things that I picked up with receivers, just certain tendencies that receivers have. Some receivers tend to like raise up, when they're about to get out their breaks and stuff like that. Just certain things, that I picked up playing those positions that helped me get the advantage at cornerback. Man, I always be 3 steps ahead.
Now, what was it like for you going from safety to cornerback? Because you played a lot of safety in high school, and then when you went to FIU, you almost exclusively played cornerback. I mean, you played a little bit around, but really you were out on that island a lot. How was that transition going from the middle of the field to the sideline?
Oh man, it was definitely different because at safety, you always the net, so you always breaking downhill on things. You never really got to go too far for the ball, but I had to adjust. Being out there on that island, no man's land. Sometimes you don't get no help. At safety, you are the help. So I just had to switch that mentality about, well, I ain't getting no help right now, or I can't help nobody else. It's just me by myself out here. So it's mano a mano, and I gotta just win this rep every play. So just the transition it wasn't that hard because at DB I knew how to play the position. I knew my fundamentals and my technique and my IQ was going to at least let me win half of the battle. So all I had to do was just film, study, and then critique the small things, and then I'll be good, in good shape.
Now you jumped out of the gate like as a freshman, 3 interceptions,
right.
The first year. And I think that some people thought that because you were able to pick the ball off so much as a freshman that you were going to, be like Dre Bly, where, you got your hands on a lot of balls, intercept a lot of balls. Can you talk about the things that people don't understand? Because I try to tell people that once offensive teams know that you have a tendency to get the ball in your hands, they tend to go other places with the ball. And so talk to everybody about how mental, how focused you have to stay in the game when people start going the other way with the ball.
You always got to stay focused, man. Always got to be on your P's and Q's. Like you were saying earlier, early in my career, I was getting my hands on the ball, so a lot of teams, they kind of gave me some respect early in my career of knowing not to throw the ball to my side. So I just had to, just stay locked in throughout the whole game, man. Sometimes it took for a coach to remind me, like, yo, they're not throwing your way, but just stay locked in. They just never know when they come. They might come to you maybe once out the whole game, but when they come to you that one time, make a play. So I just had to stay locked in, man, at all times, man, having that laser focus and being aware at all times, man. No matter how much respect they give me, it's gonna be somebody out there, who's just gonna have to feel the need that they feel like they want to just see what everybody's talking about, what the critics are saying. So I'm always ready at any moment, man, no matter what level I'm on.
Now, you had an opportunity after your junior year. There was some talk about you coming out after your junior year. You decided to come back for your senior year. What went into that decision? And also, do you regret that decision, or do you think that was a decision that's going to help you more in the long run?
I would say the things that affected that decision was one, my sophomore year, I had ended up getting hurt for a whole season, so I didn't get to play a whole season. My sophomore year, I only got to play like 3 to 4 games. So I just feel like my body wasn't mature yet, just to leave at the time. And then I also wanted to finish school, just having talked with my family about finishing school. So I felt like mentally coming out after my junior year, I wasn't as mentally as ready to go to the NFL, because that's a big step, people are putting their jobs on the line. Even in college, people are putting their jobs on the line. So these people trying to feed their families, man. And if you ain't mentally and physically prepared to be at this level, then it's a business, man. They'll cut you, and then that'll be the end of your football career. So I just wanted to make sure, man, I wanted everything 100% certain, you know, that when I go out, I can just go all out, man, you know, just roll the dice with the thing, man. I didn't want to leave my junior year to come back and be like, oh, man, I should have stayed, or, you know, I just wanted to, like, maximize my opportunity, man, while I was in college at the time, so I can be able to do the same thing at the next level.
Absolutely. And what did you get your degree in?
I got mine in record sports management.
Absolutely. And it's important. I always say it's important that people know that you weren't just there for 4 years to hang out and play football, that you actually got a degree that you plan on putting into use, you know, in your life and what you do. How is important? Like, because, I mean, you know as well as I do.
Right.
You probably were not the greatest athlete that you grew up with playing football.
Right.
But you're here now. You have the opportunity in the NFL, and a lot of them don't. And a lot of that comes down to the academic piece that you were always locked into that maybe other people weren't locked into. Just talk a little bit about how is it that you were able to focus in academically? What was different for you than maybe for some other young men that grew up around you? Because I was the same way.
Okay. So, yeah. Always throughout school, man, I've always been like that smart kid. I always been a smart kid in school, even when I was younger. They wanted to upgrade me at a point in time where I was sitting in the class with my older sisters, and they were in the older grade than me. So I always been like a gifted program or something like that. So I always had the smarts, and you know, the academic and the school thing always came along, but it was just the discipline. Probably some guys, you know, you get to college, they give you a lot of freedom at a point in time to where, you know, you might have a week long just to do one assignment. And some guys just don't have that discipline enough, you know, to just be like, I'm gonna knock this out so I ain't got to worry about it later. So it was just all about my discipline, man. I think I just stayed focused and kept the main thing, and I had to be where my feet was at the time. So that's all that really mattered, man. It was all about my determination. I was determined to where I wanted to go. I knew what I had to do. I knew it was going to require some sacrifices, and I just had to do it.
Absolutely. Now, what's the one little hustle that you can give somebody that's going to college, that's trying to figure out how to navigate that busy football schedule and that busy academic schedule, but still, you know, enjoy their time? Like, what's the one hustle that you can give them? What's the one nugget?
Just be where your feet are, man. Like, if you in football at the time, man, be all the way in football. You get what I'm saying? If you in school at the time, put your all in school. Like, wherever you at, don't be trying to be two places at one time, man. Just be where your feet are and give it all you got while you in it, man. If you out with your friends, be smart, be safe, you know. Be mature. Just realize that, you know, it's other things at stake when you out with your friends. They might not be living the life that you living. You may be a football player. They might just be a regular student. They can hang out all night. So it's just all about how you want your path to go. Really. So just be where your feet are, man. If they leave everybody with one thing and one little nugget, just if you where your feet are, man, you'll never go wrong.
Absolutely. I know for me, and what I try to tell people, I looked at school like the job. So I set up my classes to where I had an early class because it forced me to be up because I was already up doing early morning workouts anyway. So I would go directly from my early morning workouts into my school day, and I would just be all about school until it was over. And like in between classes, I would go to the media center and do all of my work. So once work was over, I didn't bring work home. So once I got to football practice, it was school, football, and then whatever the hell I wanted to do that night because I had taken care of all of my responsibilities. And really when I set it up like it was a job, it made it so much easier for me to navigate the day because I always had something to do. And even till today now, I'm always busy. I'm always doing something. There's always something else going on because I know that if I keep it regimented in this way, I don't let anything pass me by. So I think that's some great advice from you. Be where your feet are. You know, stay in that moment wherever you are. Don't try to be in two different places at one time. Definitely something that people should take that are coming up that they should take into consideration. Now, you're sitting back. It's draft day, and I remember messaging you before it started. I was like, hey, you know, whatever happens,
Right.
When your name is called, hit that thing and make them remember you. So what was it like, number one, when all of the draft picks went by and your name wasn't called? And then I know it wasn't very long after it was over before you got that call from Buffalo. What was it like when you didn't hear your name called? And then what was it like when you got that phone call from Buffalo?
Oh man, it was a lot of anxiety, man, not getting my name called, man. But I kind of knew my name wasn't gonna get called, man. You know, just hoping for the best. Because there was a lot of things that went on behind the scene. You know, I wasn't able to get my medical. Like the guys at the combine did. You know, those guys had a chance to get a complete file. You know, so scouts didn't have like no questions on them. So I kind of knew. So I kind of prepared myself. You know, just for the worst, man. I always prepared for the worst, but I was hoping for the best though. It just humbled me just seeing all those guys, you know, picked in front of me, man, that you know, I felt like I was better than. But God makes no mistakes at that time. So, you know, I just gotta take that as a lesson. Maybe he didn't want me to get drafted. Maybe he wanted me to have that underdog mentality. So that's just something I gotta keep with me, man. And that's something that's gonna stay with me. And I got this chip on my shoulder. But when I got the call, man, it was just like a big weight just lifted off my shoulder, you know. The pressure was gone. All the questions was gone. All the doubt was gone. Everybody was wondering how I made it, you know, throughout circumstances, man. But shout out to my agency, Precision Sports Management, my agent, Christina Phillips. She pushed hard for me, man, this whole process, man. And I worked hard. My team, we worked hard, man. So I just felt like I deserved it. It definitely felt like a weight was lifted, man, just see my family smiling. But deep down inside, man, I knew I still had work to do because I'm still undrafted. I still got a point to prove, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna take in every day.
Now it is you know, the harsh reality of the business. You are undrafted. You're going to a really good defense. Like you're going to one of the best defenses in the NFL.
Right.
So you already know that where you make your mark from the beginning is on special teams. Have you been looking at? Have you already been exploring? You know, how you want to try to attack special teams, positions that you feel like you want to approach the coaching staff about, like, hey, I'm willing to do this, I'm willing to do that, just in case they may not see you in that light?
Man, I mean, all throughout my college career, even in youth league, man, I was playing all four-court special teams, just being the athlete on the field. But I could play anything. Honestly, they want to put me a lone snapper, man. We have to do it for my team. Whatever I got to do for my team to add value, man, to help us win and help us, you know, just take that next step and being a playoff caliber team, man. I do whatever. I got to play gunner, jammer. I can do return specialist. I did it in college, man. Kickoff return and punt return. I can do it all, man. Whatever to help the team. I'm just trying to add value to my team and to my group.
Now, what have you been doing in the time? Like you said, I knew it was going to be a disadvantage when, you know, everything with COVID hit and you guys weren't able to have your pro days and like you would normally have them, you know, or have a lot of scouts come down to see you. It would be. What have you been doing since you've been drafted to make sure that when it's time for you to go, you are in the absolute best physical shape you can be in your life?
Oh man, just trying to stay consistent, man. Stay in my workouts. You know, keep grinding, man. I got to get better at, you know, eating, but that's going to come along, man. You know, just having the right nutrition and having the right resources. And I'm not able to have those resources at this time, but I'm still trying to find a way. Yeah, man, but just staying consistent, man, in my workouts, you know, just trying to get bigger, stronger, faster, trying to find ways to improve, staying in my film book. Over these last few weeks, you know, we just got out of OTAs and rookie mini camp and things like that. So, it's still fresh in my mind. You know, I'm still fresh in my mind. Just getting my body is physically and mentally ready to go in training camp, man, and go out there and make a statement. How did
the rookie mini camp and OTA go for you? Did you?
Yeah, it went smooth. The transition was well. You know, it was just a lot more busy. It's all about routine, man. Making a routine. You know, just getting you a set schedule, like you were saying. So. That's very important, man. Like you were saying, you got everything done early, man. You got to just have everything lined up. It's all about time management, man. And you really a professional now, so you got to carry yourself like a professional. And just know, man, everybody's watching. everybody's just waiting on the slip up, man. So you always got to be on your P's and Q's, man, and just stay out the light.
Now, have you had an opportunity to talk to some of the other veteran defensive backs on the team? Have you had an opportunity to chop it up with them? Their brain about what to expect?
Oh, yeah, man. I was able to talk with a lot of those guys, man. Josh Norman, one of my guys. Actually, man, we all finna get together soon, man, and as a defensive group, man, to go out there, just get together and just do some drills and stuff like that in a couple of days. So I'm gonna talk to a lot of guys. Levi Wallace, great mentor, undrafted guy. He's like kind of who's in my position, man, undrafted guy, went in there, made some plays, man. He's ended up starting for the Bills. So just great to have those guys, that mentorship. Josh Norman, a 9-year vet, man, who been in the league, just give you some good mentorship, man, and let you know the ropes of the league and or the ins and outs of it, man. So the word is them boys just ready. Them boys humble and hungry. We all humble and hungry, man. We trying to make a statement this year. We just trying to be the best team we can be each day, man, and win the day.
Absolutely. Now, I don't know if you know or not, but you're going to Buffalo.
Right.
Your entire career has been in Central and South Florida.
Right.
Number one, have you researched how cold it is in the wintertime in Buffalo?
Yeah, I researched. I didn't like really research, but man, just seeing like when I was just with the meetings with the coaches, man, it was mid-May and it was snowing. So that was something different, man, that I got to get used to being a Florida boy. I'm used to that heat. But I'm just going to adapt, man, and adjust. I'm pretty sure they're going to give me the proper equipment. I had the proper gear to adjust, man. I just have to be ready for whatever.
Now, I mean, also what comes with Buffalo outside of just the cold is one of the most loyal fan bases in all of the NFL. The Buffalo Bills fans, they love their Bills.
Right.
And you can expect that they're going to know who you are when you get there. Like, you won't be a surprise to them. And if you endear yourself, they're going to love you. If you play that kind of ball that we know you can play, they're going to love you for that. Have you thought about how different it's going to be to have such – I mean, because FIU, I mean, there's no disrespect to FIU fans. Like, they're there, but this is essentially an entire region of the country that's all about the Buffalo Bills. Even down in Tampa, there's a huge Buffalo Bill fan base down there. Like, have you thought about what it's going to be like to really start to put yourself and wrap yourself around a fandom like that?
Oh man, I've thought about it, man. These fans, I've noticed, man, that these people are loyal, man. Shout out to all my Bills fans, man. They loyal, man. They love their fans, man. Yeah, I had to wrap my head around it, man, and just know that at FIU ain't have a lot of fans. So this going to be different to be in a stadium full of just loyal fans, man, who's die hard and they study you. These fans really study you, and I feel like that's an advantage because I feel like I played greater when I got like a lot of support. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really have that support at FIU. Maybe a couple family members coming, but we didn't have a lot of fans. So just hearing the fans scream when you make a play, man, it just give you a rush, and that just makes you more motivated. To just keep these fans happy. Just make you want to make more plays, and just see the excitement on the fans' face. Just knowing that they are a diehard fan, man, and they loyal, and they'll support you. Absolutely,
man. I really do. I really do hold out great hope for you, and it's not, it's not wish. I think it's ordained. You're where you're supposed to be at right now.
Right.
I know that this is, and this is the thing is, I know it's a business, and talking to coaches and talking to players, even if for some reason things don't work out in Buffalo, you have it now, the opportunity to put yourself on film. And every time you get an opportunity to put yourself on film, that's another opportunity for somebody else to see what you can do. I actually just wrote, not just wrote, but I wrote about Chris Angulo.
Yeah.
who got picked up by the Giants, and I write for GiantsCountry.com, and he's in the same boat. He has an opportunity, to go into and even though the Giants defense isn't as good, they've got a lot of defensive backs there already. So he's fighting that uphill battle, but he gets the opportunity to put film on. And, it's almost like once you're in that fraternity, they're going to be looking for you. So, from a coach to a player, obviously, I have a lot of faith in you. I know that you're going to do great things. Just understand it. Every time that you're out there, that's another opportunity for not only the Buffalo Bills to see what you can do, but for all 32 teams to see what you can do. So definitely make sure that you take advantage of that. I'm looking forward to watching you. I'm looking forward to covering you. I'm looking forward to talking some noise to Bills fans. If they try to say something about my boy, I'll be like, hey, look,
man.
I'll be up there. Hey, has your social taken a bump since you were drafted? Because they follow, man. That's weird. They are about their Bills.
It's taking a bump, man. It ain't taking a major bump, man, but it's going slowly, man. I think people just gotta. I really have to get into Buffalo, for people to really, really know who I am. But I know it's gonna jump when I get there. I'm not really worried about that. But yeah, it definitely has grew. I've been getting a lot of, just requesting DMs, just people trying to do interviews, just Bill fans just trying to get Q&As and stuff like
Absolutely.
that, man. And it's nothing wrong with that. I like that they interested to get to know me, and they try to find out who I am. So that's just a blessing.
It's a good thing too, because if they didn't think that you were somebody that had a chance of sticking, they probably wouldn't want to talk to you. So they're looking at you as a guy that could possibly be around for a while. And so, it's great to see what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Safe travels. I know you're trying to go and get that workout in over the next few days. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that you travel safe. Be safe with all this coronavirus stuff going on, and then all of this craziness. With our young black men out there trying to protest. Just be safe out there and obviously speak your truth. Don't let nobody silence you, and that's with your play or with your mouth, man. We love you down here in Tampa. All the Tampa natives, we know what you can do. We're proud of the man you are already, regardless of what happens in Buffalo. And we're just looking forward to seeing what's going to be the next chapter in your life, man.
Right. I'm ready, man. I'm ready for it all, man. I'm ready to put the city on my back, man. I'm ready to go out there and make a statement. Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the young dude right there, man. Ike Brown. Proud to see him, getting his grown man on. Thank you for joining us. Make sure that you follow him. Ike, tell them where they can follow you out on your social, man.
Oh, man, on my Instagram, man, you can follow me at Ike Brown, man. You're going to find me, man, number 38 for the Buffalo Bills. And then on Twitter, you can find me as the same thing, Ike Brown. You'll see me as well, the number 38. That's my profile picture. Yeah, man, so if you want to follow me, man, you go on those two sites. It's Ike Brown. I'm on both sites, man, and you'll see me.
Absolutely. Make sure you follow him. You're going to want to know he's a sparkling personality as well. When he gets a chance to get his flair on, he'll show you his personality as well. But he's a blue collar guy, a guy that's gonna fit in really well in Buffalo. And I'm happy that you joined us today, man, to talk a little bit about your journey and what's coming next. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all be safe out there until the next time. Make sure you follow me at Gene Clemons everywhere. Make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll holler at y'all soon, man. Y'all take it easy.